All right, so picture this: coming home from work, school, whatever. Just had a long day, and you decide I'm gonna hop on the game. Probably get a few games in with like my friends or whatever, and then someone on the other enemy team says, "Hey, fucked your mom," or "Hey, I'm gonna bend you over and take that from you." And I don't know why, but it happens more often than not, even if it's my own teammates or the enemy team. Someone's always telling me that they violated my mother. Uh, we're gonna talk about being toxic in gaming, and I'm gonna be joined by a good friend of mine. I've known him for years, Mr. Ambulord the Eighth. So we we have a few different things that we're gonna talk about, and one of the things is, like I said, this toxicity in gaming. I don't understand the logic behind it. I also don't understand when it started. I want to say it's probably started when like multiplayer games first became a thing, probably like back in the early like Call of Duty Halo days. I don't know if you have an opinion on that or not.
Back during the Call of Duty like Halo days, I was not an online gamer at the moment. I didn't start playing games online until about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019.
All right, 2019. That's fine, but have you had someone that you've come across where they're like, "Hey, you're fucking
Oh yeah,
trash at this
definitely.
game. Delete this."
Oh yeah, most of the times. Usually those things happen a lot inside of Pokemon Unite when I was playing that game heavily. Whether it was on
Really, and
streams.
Pokemon Unite.
Yeah. Pokemon Unite, yeah, very lovely place to be. But
See, I wouldn't expect that from a game like Pokemon Unite. Like, I would
not many
expect it
people
from like
would.
the first person shooters more so, like I said, like Call of Duty, Halo.
Yeah, most people like wouldn't, but with Pokemon Unite, the thing is too, like man, it's I always have this theory like if the game is free, you gotta expect people to be griefing or need people not to be as experienced, I guess you could say. Just more so because like they have more, it's a free game. Like anyone has access to it. Especially a game like Pokemon Unite where it's accessible through your phone, through your Switch. Someone could just be pulling their phone real quick for a match, and if you're playing anything where it's team based operated, like and you have someone griefing or someone not playing the way that your expectations are, you, my friend, can turn into what we call, drum roll please, a toxic person.
Okay, so you think that accessibility to a game, because more people have access to it, kind of encourages the fact that you can grief and be toxic, or is
I
it
would
just
say
not that?
I would say it's because the game is free and it's more accessible that it gives you have more people that are able to play it at a more casual pace because, like I said, it's free. It's like easy and accessible. It's not something I have to go out and spend money on to then go play. Or like myself, if they are a working person, paying bills, taking care of family, etc. Whatever it is they're doing in their personal time, they may not have the hours or the time to dedicate to a game to get AKA good. Um, so when they do have time to play, they may be that teammate of yours that is taking, let's say, leftovers on Cinder Race, you know, burn those calories and stuff like that. You need a snack, as trainer would say. But to someone that plays the game as a veteran or that plays the game often, you would look at that and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" But to them, they just want to play Cinder Race because they like it, and maybe their only unlocked item just happens to be leftovers. I don't know, whatever the reason is. But that may cause you to turn on your microphone and say some hurtful things that may hurt their feelings, and that'll make you toxic.
Yeah, I mean, and being toxic in the game also doesn't necessarily mean being verbally toxic. It also could just be something as easy as like briefing someone. Like if you're playing in, uh, I refuse to play these types of games only because I know that I wouldn't enjoy them. But like Ark Survival or like Rust or like Far Escape from Tarkov, like you can have people basically like essentially griefing you in those games where they'll camp out like a certain area that you're in if you're a newer player, or they will actively go and like attack and destroy your base multiple times. Like that also could be a form of like toxicity.
That yeah, that's definitely like bullying and extortion
I mean, but then there's
in a
also like
video game.
the, I'm not gonna say the fun side of it, but there are times when being toxic, again, it depends on like who you're playing with and how well you know their character. Like I'll be as there'll be sometimes when I'm playing a game like I'll troll my friends in game. Now that could be a little toxic. Like if I'm playing Fortnite with someone and I run up and steal their kill or something, or they drop like a gun or whatever to pick up shields or whatever, and I run past them, grab their gun. Like yeah, that's me trolling and I guess also being toxic in a sense, but I'm not doing it in a way to like be hurtful. I'm doing it in a way to be funny, but some people also can take the joke too far sometimes. Whereas you're then trying to balance like that line of, am I doing this to be funny and everyone's still having fun, or is this person now just getting pissed off that I'm doing these types of things?
I feel like trolling. It depends on the level of trolling. Again, like my experience with trolling is best explained through Pokemon Unite, just because it's such an easy game to troll in. I.e., like you taking a support into the jungle just because or whatever you decide to grief and take it from your own jungler because whatever reason you woke up this morning and shows violence. I would say, but yeah, being a troll, it is toxic. It depends if it's wanted or if it's unwanted. If it's with friends and it's like for a haha, like, all right, I do find it annoying after a certain period of time. Like, but if it's with randoms that you do not know, then yeah, no, that is definitely being toxic. Like
Yeah, no, like I
that
wouldn't do it with
toxic.
like randoms that I wouldn't know,
Yeah.
but like I'll do it with like friends, or even if it's a like squad style game. If
Mm-hmm.
there's at least one person in the squad that I know, I'm more likely to try to do those like funny things. But I
Mm,
wouldn't try to do it to like the other people in the squad that I don't know as well necessarily.
okay.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I guess that yeah, like I said, that as long it just depends on like if that's wanted or unwanted, and then you can decide from there, like what's the level on that one. Control it is definitely that. That's definitely trolling. To comment on what you were talking about earlier, though, if it's a feature that's allowed inside the game, like it's only with just so much can you consider something like that toxic.
okay, so
Um,
you brought up a feature in a game. So there was a game. I don't know how familiar you are with the game. It's Splitgate. Uh,
never played it, but I'm familiar with it.
I would say they recently came out with Splitgate 2, but in Splitgate 1, they literally had a game mode called Teabag Confirmed, where the game itself encourages you to go around teabagging people,
Oh man.
like after you get a kill or whatever, and you got more points the more people you teabag. Now, teabagging in like any other sense of the game or whatever don't want to do, people find that as like, oh, you're just being an asshole. Why are you teabagging me or whatever? But they chose
Uh,
to actively take that part of like toxicity and turn it into a game mode and be like, nah, now we encourage this. We want you to teabag people in the.
I definitely think again, I didn't go into a bar expecting not to drink. I don't know. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, like, I don't know, man. Like that's a. What did you go into a teabagging game mode for? They got mad at you. Got
Yeah, but like
teabag.
people, but that's the thing though. Like they'll do game modes like that though, and
No,
people
that's
will
funny.
still get angry. Like,
I think
uh,
sometimes too, man, like it's not, like sometimes some seriousness need to be taken away from it. Like, bro, the whole point of like getting on the video game is the escape part. Like, it does need to be as serious, man. Like, it's not that serious, man. Like, especially like you don't know these people. Like I play Marvel Rivals, especially on PC. People have access to their mics so easily, like in their keyboards. So they're keyboard warriors and microphone warriors or whatever. But the mute button works. You
yeah.
know,
I mean, so speaking of
that's
like Marvel Rivals, like I play the game quite a bit. I've played other games like Paladins and Overwatch, and I tend to play the front line of the tanks, the defenders, whatever you want to call them, the big boys. And the amount of times that like I've seen like a DPS, even like an off tank or whatever, spam need healing, need healing, need healing. Like,
that is a thing in itself, man. Like in every game, you always like. I've had some pretty cool healers in my past couple games of Marvel Rivals, which was actually ironic because I'm usually playing the healer, but it's like you can't heal everybody, man. Like if you're not getting heals, it's because you're out of sight. You're
look,
somewhere
it's
where
gotten to the point where like when I play healers in a
yeah,
game and someone starts spamming need healing, like I just mute them in game and then I refuse not to heal, which is probably adding to the toxicity.
at that point too, like that's not making it better. Like
It's
I
not,
think
but
I'm
like
still gonna heal.
I get to
I'm
the point though
still
where
gonna
I'm like, I can't heal stupid. Like I can heal you in game, but like if
heal.
I'm around the corner getting ganked by like two other characters and you're up there trying to like 1v3 and you
Yeah,
expect me to heal you, like I'm not.
and some aspects too, like you gotta think about, man, like we're both wrong in that sense of like for positioning, like both of our positioning is wrong. um so that's like a big scary part about that in the first place though, we gotta admit. But like people forget all the time, especially like in Unite, like it's the easiest way to like compare, because it's like if you don't gank as the jungler, you know, if you don't go in the lane that your opposite teammates are in, and they feel as though that you're throwing because you didn't gank their lane, then they won't come help you for the rest of the game. And it's like that was only at the 9 minute mark. We still have a whole like sorry, like that's like the like 1 minute into the game. Like we still have like a
Yeah.
whole like 9 minutes left to play together, and like we're giving up already. Like it happened. Like, but that again, like that, like I said, if these games are free, not even if these games are free, but it's just like, bro, sometimes people have more time on their hands than what we do. Like, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, we'll just get to the next one. Like, because you can't control matchmaking like that, you can't do.
No, you
Like,
can't.
unless you're a super crack at the game and you have a stack of friends, like. But other than that, like you can't control matchmaking. Like you just gotta play the shit. Like, and hopefully through playing it, like somebody gotta be the bigger person in the video game. Like if that gotta be you, then fuck it, it gotta be you. But it's still a team based game.
Yeah.
So I
Now,
always keep that in mind.
you and I both like stream, do content creation and what as I've already said earlier, I've admitted like I could be toxic. Are there
Mm.
any stories of you being toxic, whether like purposely or you just like reflectively looking back, being like, damn, you know what? I
Man,
was kind
there's
of an asshole during that game.
nah, do we, I mean talk you gotta talk shit. You got to. It's like I don't even think within like personality style, like you understand whether or not that's like, your thing or not, but I feel like everyone can like health healthy give healthy banter. I don't know how the proper way to say that, but
I mean, I
um
get what you're trying to say though.
yeah, but like it's like all the time, man. We'll like your ass, like we'll just like what I mean, for beating our randoms or whatever. Like, but never to the point where it's like now I have teammates that have, and at that point I'm like, it depends on like what level it's getting to. Where it's like, yo, all right, bro, like I'm live, you gotta chill a little bit. But sometimes like, I mean, shit, you a grown adult. Do the fuck you want? Like, so it's never come back or a backlash or like someone's gone on some type of rant being like, oh uh, I was toxic or whatever or some shit like that. Like, cause I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I mean, even if someone did think that, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But
I mean,
yeah,
I have stories of like other people telling me like how they'll play a game mode or whatever, and they'll do something in the game, and then someone else will construe it in a totally different way and be like, "Hey, I didn't like what you're doing. I'm reporting you to like I guess what the game directors,
in
fucking
that sense too, man. I'm like, sometimes too, like, I feel like people forget like it's a video game.
like it
Like
is,
an
but
example too. If all right, so like a good example would be like, let's take rivals again for example, right? Like people are so hyped of the fact that they can create the wildest names possible. Like, because I've seen some wild shit on Marvel Rivals. I'm pretty sure whoever watches this, they can agree to it.
yeah,
But if I gotta sit my time and like report every single one, or I'm just gonna be like, bro, those guys are just more so happy the fact that they can make this their gamer tag. Like I'm giving them the attention that they want. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like they're doing these things like good for a reason. So I'm like at that point, I'm like, just kill it at the source. Just don't even acknowledge it. Like keep
okay, but have you ever gotten to a point though where you have reported someone for
yeah, someone was like called us like black monkeys on or Marvel Rivals or some shit like that. It was oh god, he was like
okay,
a homie stream or whatever. And yeah, this is in our chat in the game chat, but it was hilarious. That was like the only time I did that. Like I don't even like doing that shit. I usually laugh at it. Like when I see
yeah.
something that's like wild, I'm like, oh wow, they really let that go through. Like that's crazy.
I
Like
mean,
it's more so in the funny sense of like because again like I don't have the most experience with like multiplayer online games. Like I said, I just started playing like in 2019
yeah.
when Modern Warfare and what was like the what was like the COVID game that everyone was playing? I think
I mean,
was it
COVID games would have been like
I was playing
Among Us and stuff like that.
no, I was playing Sword and Shield. That's what I was playing.
Okay.
I was playing a lot of Sword and Shield and stuff like that. But like I said, like most of my experiencing with multiplayer gaming would come from Pokemon Unite and stuff like that. So from that being like such a G-rated game to like seeing all the shit that I'm seeing now, like it's hilarious. Like it's hilarious. It's like I didn't even know this shit existed. Like when I'm in sometimes now when I'm in the Call of Duty lobbies, like I hear things like before I used to always play with my in-game mode on like mute because someone would be playing music and that shit would like drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Like I always played with like in-game mute, like chat muted, so I never like heard shit, but recently I started like just listening to my chats. Like it's funny. I think it's interesting. I just think that people really go the extra mile to be heard on the internet, which says a lot probably about their actual life. But that's just how I like view shit. Like
Yeah, no, I mean, I get that. I mean, then there's also like kind of like circling back to what I was saying, reporting people in games. Like, even if you're not being quote unquote toxic or whatever, and you are just like playing a game to be playing, people will abuse like the reporting system. Like, if I outgun you in like a Call of Duty thing, or if my team beat you in like Marvel Rivals or Pokemon Unite or whatever, like people will just get angry, and the system that you're supposed to use for people that are like being toxic, trolling, and whatever, they'll take advantage of that. And then what's the point of having those systems in place if you can't differentiate actual like toxicity from someone just being angry at someone else in the game?
I can't tell you what the feel if it's valid or not. I mean, my whole thing is this. Me personally, I wouldn't go through the whole extra length of like reporting someone um like to that extent outside of like a quick press the option like if I gotta go anything further than like clicking like one thing on my like from the report button to
Yeah.
like it's whatever, it's never that
I mean,
serious.
but like most games now literally do just give you the one option though.
And I'm cool with that. I'm like
Like click
I'm
report player, and then it'll ask you like why you reported the player. AFK or cheating
That's
or
cool enough.
something.
Like I'm not writing a whole book about what is for what ultimately went wrong within that. You know what I mean? Like that part right there is where I personally like am and uninfluenced and stuff like that too. Like it's too much work, man. Like again, everyone's escape is like people play video games for like everyone at some point of their career probably play video games for an escape. Like if someone's that toxic in the game, bro, just imagine when that controller's off. Like you know what I mean? Like that's just how I look at shit. Like that's just like I'm like, bro, I just feel more so sorry for you. I don't know what you're going through, but damn, that's crazy. Like you gotta say this. Like is that now if you that level of toxic, like the people that as soon as the game start, they're instantly on the mic, like like shut the fuck up. Like I'm sorry.
I mean, no, you're fine.
Those are my people. I love those guys, but at the same point, it's like, dude, like it's only like 5 seconds in the game, bro. Like if you died in the first 20, like I'm sorry. Like where's my healer, bro? You were like on like 50 feet deep in like the enemy's territory. What do you mean? Like
Yeah, I mean, and you play a lot
right.
of ranked games now. Like whenever you are like playing your multiplayer.
Yeah, like, yeah. It depends on what it is though. Like Marvel Rivals, I play a lot of rank. I only like most only thing I will play like casually is probably like Fortnite. Like I don't really trust Fortnite's rank.
I
That's
mean,
not
I
for
haven't
me.
played much ranked in Fortnite either, but do you think people have an increased level of toxicity versus like casual play? Like, are people going to get angry and want to be more toxic because now they quote unquote have something to lose? Like, oh no, I'm playing with this person and I now got dropped like 2, 3 ranks from wherever I started at.
I think there's like an expectation. Like okay, so for me, for example, if I am playing with my viewers in a game, I'm not expecting to be like super sweaty. I'm just expecting to have a good time, like play casually. If I'm playing with like my friends, you know what I mean? If it's like a grind moment, then it's like, okay, I'm more serious. And if things aren't being done properly, oh yeah, we probably can get toxic to each other. Like, oh yeah, plenty of times. Like, because we're like, yo, you know better. Like, we play this game way too often, like together, in general, to like be making these type of mistakes. So like in that sense, yes. But whenever I am like with the public, it's always like just be chilling. You know what I mean? Like I I I it's just not worth getting angry because you know what I mean. Like at that point, like bro, you people just want to have a good time. You know what I mean? Like I just want to play the game, have a good time. Like if we lose, we lose. That's totally fine. I'm cool with that. Like I don't plan on ever being professional in any video game that I'm playing. So I'm like, I don't have anything to lose. Like it's just a little bit of a rank. It's just a little bit of elo. Like I'm not trying out for UCS or FNIC um, or whatever whatever Call of Duty's thing is. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I mean, now I will say like in like a pro gaming setting,
Mhm.
I don't see people being toxic. Because at the end of the day, like in a pro setting, like they know that one, they're there to play the game, and two, to do a job.
I feel like in the pro, like we can't hear everything. I feel like there's a lot of yelling. Like if you when
Oh
you
yeah, 100%.
watch,
There's a lot of yelling, but I don't think they're actively saying like this person is trash or whatever. Or anything. I don't
oh
think
no
they're
no
like.
no 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 no
I
no
don't
no
think
no.
they're actively trying to be like toxic
Now,
and
but
like call
if
people
you
out.
if you ever like watch them like and how they kind of like talk about each other like or interact like when they're not gaming like they're not as what you may think. It's funny. Like it's really funny, especially if you watch some of the Fortnite pros and stuff like that. Great examples, but I foresee like there's a lot of direction giving when you're like listening to pros play. Like it's a lot of like comms talking like loud comms, and I think that's like the huge difference like with inside of it. And I think like when you're the pros are able like to differentiate the noise and get through what needs to be getting through and get done what needs to be getting done inside of that, which is pretty cool. Like when I'm watching like pros play like Fortnite, that shit's like incredible. Like And it's I just listening to the comms itself, like I couldn't communicate with my team like at that level. Like to be able to get shit done. Like I think I'm just hearing noise, like they're all like loud and it sounds like they're speaking over each other, but they understand what each other is saying. I think that's fucking incredible. Like, but I think if they were playing like with a regular player, like some games don't really like honor like toxicity. Like with some games, it's like they don't give a fuck. Like Call of Duty, I don't think really cares, especially since they gave you like ability to like, grapple somebody and turn on like
Oh yeah, you
uh
want to be able to just use someone as a body shield and
you
then
know what I mean? So like I don't think
just
some
hold
games
someone and be
really
like, yeah,
care.
yeah, buddy, look at this. I'm gonna run
Nah,
you into the wall.
because that's kind of like the same thing for like even I think the same with Marvel Rivals, man. I don't think like as some of these games come out in the future, like I don't think they're gonna really care.
Yeah,
Like
I
I don't think
mean,
they're
but
gonna care, man.
now, do you think having like a merit system helps? Like,
No,
so like, and I'll use Rivals as an example. How you can like thumbs up your uh your teammates or whatever after a
I don't think
match.
that means anything.
Now, you don't
I
think that's
don't
a
think it
good way
means
to try to like
anything.
actively combat like
Not at all.
toxicity?
Nah, I mean, I think people, you can't even be like I remember once I was playing a game of Rivals and I was like telling the team like, "Yo, you guys did good," and the dude was like, "Shut up," and I was like, "Wait, what?" He was like, "My bad, I thought you was being like sarcastic," and I was like, "Nah, bro, like, I actually did good." He's like, "Oh, my bad, like, yeah, GG's."
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
it was just like it's this self defense because like that is just the norm. But like again, like it's this thing. Whatever game you play, like it's just what that fan base is like. Like if that's the type of game you play, then bro, shit, some people might be sweaty on that thing, man. Some people might be like a little bit like not so nice. I don't mean you shouldn't play it, like you know what I mean. But like
yeah, but
it's
like
the internet.
there have been plenty of times where like I've played a game though, and at the end of the game, if it's someone that I know that I can like message, like I'll Yu-Gi-Oh, like whenever I was playing that, and I saw that, oh, it's another Xbox player, like regardless of whether I won or lost whenever I was playing the game, and I saw that they were Xbox player, I'd go in, message them and say, hey, GG's, thanks for the game. You like fucking clapped my cheeks or whatever. Like you had that. Like you beat me. Couldn't do anything about it. Or if I won, I'm like, hey, GG's. We'll let's play again at some point or whatever. And like there have been times where I've had people respond positively to like me sending those messages. Like, hey, thanks. That was nice of you. And sometimes they're just like, fuck you, GG. And like they would even say like GG back then. Like, fuck you, easy game, piece of shit. And I'm like, I was literally just trying to be nice and compliment like you winning a game against me.
Like I don't again, like I said, I don't think that it's everyone's experience with the games they play. Like nowadays, like if a lot of people just play like multiplayer or online games or like certain type games all day, like it's just bro, it's just that shit's crazy, man. It's just crazy, dude. It's crazy. Like I don't. Okay, I'll put it in like streamer terms. Like when we played Unite, like I would never go into another streamer stream after I beat them and go GG. But if they did it to me, I would take it as honor because clearly beating me meant that much that they had to type my name in on Twitch and type that shit in my chat. So I'm like, thank you. But I could never do that. Like, either you know who I am and you know what I did, or you don't. And it's like, I want to get to the point where it's like you see my username and you're like, oh shit, it's da 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 da. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, that's what I'd rather that reaction, like as opposed to like a VGG, like oh shit, like whoever the number one like Spider-Man is or whatever, and you were like, or let's say you're looking at Necros or whatever, and you're like, oh shit, they got oh shit, like ban Spider-Man, like don't let Necros get on that, like you know what I mean? Because like I'd rather like that reaction as
so
opposed
you'd
to like
rather something like they recognize the name and then they recognize like
I don't
okay
even need to
the
say anything. But
skill
if
and
they beat
anything.
me, but if they beat me though, like imagine how good that would feel. Because then you will go into that chat and be like, "Yo, I beat da." And now you're talking about it. So then you're
Yeah,
telling people, you know what I mean? So I look at it like it's free promotion.
Like it's all about how you look at it though. Like that's free promo. Like you know what I mean. We encourage like go into you do that. Go into the other people chat and see GG. Nah, I wouldn't do it, but y'all can come into mines and GG me all you want, man. Just drop a follow while you're at it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess it can be like going off what you said, like have someone be like, "Oh yeah, I beat da da da" or whatever, or don't let so and so get on this character. Like, I understand where you're coming from with that because there have been times like when I've played Unite and I've played against like big streamers or like big content creators and like ranked games. Like there's a few games that I got in with I don't know if you know who Spraggles is, Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but there were a few times where like obviously like I know who he is. He has no idea who I am because why would he? But
Mm-hmm.
like I played against him and it was one of those things where I'm playing in Azumarill and he sees me running towards me like fuck that Azumarill. Like that thing's scary. And I'm like, yeah, he doesn't know who I am, but he just knows that I'm playing a character that can be scary.
No,
And
that's dope.
yeah, like stuff like that, like that's to me that's cool, like getting that sort of recognition. Like it may not be like, oh, he recognizes you as a player, but he recognizes that you felt comfortable and confident enough to pick that character that okay, I need to be kind of wary of what you're gonna do coming up to me or whatever.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that, man. It's still running into Spraggles. I haven't had the luxury of running into him lately because I haven't been on Pokemon Unite as often. But nah, it's definitely dope running into like pros and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
you can be like,
no,
yo, I can see. Hopefully they're live. People will see me on their stream.
yeah, no, and like it's just it's a fun thing, and I don't think anyone would ever go into like a Spraggle stream or whatever and talk shit or like be toxic. But like other streamers, I find that they would probably do it not to like be rude or mean about it, but because like going back to what you said, they know they would get a reaction out of like that person, but like some people also play up that. But like I'm sure if someone like went to like a Tim the Tap match, ah, Timmy Toucan, Timmy Touton, whatever, and like made fun of him and like talk shit. Like he would get animated, but I don't think he gives two fucks at the end of the day. Like
No, no, no.
like
I
he's
feel you. I
doing it
feel you.
because like that's the personality, that's what he's going for or whatever. But
Yeah.
end of the day, he's like, hey, look, that's just more money in my pocket or whatever.
No, real shit. Real shit. I think it all kind of boils down to it's like, hey, man, that's a free view right there. You know,
Yeah,
I'll take that. That's a free view. I'll take the free view.
I'm saying, you have anything else you want to add to this?
Um, my greatest advice is
We'll keep us in suspense.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Just be chill, man. Like,
Be chill, have fun.
not. I mean, not even have fun, man. Like some people, listen, whatever. Listen, just, eh, bro. Unless
You're gonna
you don't
play a
know these
game
boys,
and
you don't know
not
these
have
people,
fun.
bro. You don't, nah, bro. People play these games because they try to get it. Some people literally get on these games just to be a dickhead.
I mean, yeah, but
That
that
is
might be
just
fun to
what it
them
is.
though.
That is true. That might be fun to them.
All
Like
right,
so,
I
like
think
whatever you is you trying to do, have
I
fun
think the
doing it.
real like end like message should be something like don't go out being
Nah, cause we
like
do it too,
hurtful.
man. I can't tell you to be like not
No,
not
don't go out being like hurtfully toxic. No,
like just bro, don't go the extra mile, bro.
don't don't
Like
don't go
don't
the
go the
extra
extra
mile.
mile, bro. It's never that serious, bro.
It's not. It's a
Like,
game at the
bro,
end of the day.
one time we fucking I never forget this shit. But I remember one time I got rolled on Twitter because I'm upset somebody in a tweet that I made, and I was like, bro, that shit had my notifications jumping. That was way too much like attention. So it ain't never that serious, bro. You ain't gotta go the extra mile, take a picture, and be like, "Yo, I mean, da, da, da." Like it ain't never that serious, bro. Like people know, we know. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We know. And that's my advice right there, man. Be chill. I mean, be humble. Be humble, because the universe will smack you in the face next game. And they will,
yeah, it will.
because those do happen. You be like, all right, we gonna roll, and they get your ass clapped next game.
True, true. It's happened plenty.
Type shit.
Nah, but I appreciate you coming on chatting with me.
Oh no, man, anytime, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no. Well, tell the people where can they find you at.
In your mom's basement.
Damn, not the mom's basement.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me live on twitch.tv/AmbuLordATV. That is the main home right now. TikTok is in a weird state, so I have to figure out how to get the app back. But for right now, we'll be live on Twitch. You can catch me randomly on there. Just follow me. You'll get a notification when I'm live. I don't have a schedule. I'm not normal. I just press the button when I feel like it. So only way you'll know if I'm live is if you follow me. Button
Yeah,
press there.
I mean, and obviously, like I'll have all of your information down below, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. You want to take a look at outside
Oh, no,
of
I appreciate it. Yo, be careful following me on Twitter, man. You follow me for my gaming advice.
oh yeah, don't oh yeah, just the gaming advice.
Yeah, no, man. So that's it. I mean, I, they always ask you what's your opinion, but no one cares.
I mean,
That
you're
should go on
right.
a T-shirt.
Are you gonna make that? Gonna be some new merch coming out? No one cares about your opinion.
2025.
You heard it here first. We'll quote that from you. That'll be the quote underneath. No one cares about your opinion.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
Nah, but I do appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, anytime. I'm glad to be here, boy.